Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, October 11th. Hope everybody's doing okay. Wanted to share with you a song. I just got done composing and producing and arranging, doing all of it. Did it for one of my friends. He just graduated seminary school and he asked me if I could make a song or make a beat to one of the to some lyrics that he came up with. It's a kid's rap song, and he asked me if I could do something like in the Boom Bap era, which was late 80s up to probably mid 90s. It's made a comeback. So I said I'd be happy to do it, and I don't have the lyrics with me. He's got the lyrics with him, and it's a really kid-friendly song, what he came up with. So I said I'd be happy to do all the instrumentation and everything, and let's go ahead and listen to it first, and then I'll show you what I did. Okay, so that's a song. I kind of wanted to be kind of a gospel-y feel, so I put some vintage organ in there and some 70s electric piano, which I thought really kind of made it good, or not made it good, but kind of gave it that good vibe. Let's go ahead and start with the drums real quick. So the drums, I'll just play the drum verses rather than everything else, maybe the breakdown. But the drums is a loop, and I'll show you what it sounds like with that. I'll show you what I did with it. So on... Oh, great. I don't have anything on there. So, I put everything to a drum bus. So, I put everything to a drum bus, and what I did, since they're all different patterns but same loop pack, let me show you what I did here. So, let's just do these guys here. Okay, here's without. Okay, so what I did is I started off with Pultec, and I started off with the preset mid-scoop, which I really usually like. Then I tweaked it, so what I did is I boosted some around 30, and also attenuated about, close to 4. And then I boosted 10K, boosted it up, and then also attenuated it a bit. And it is kind of in between a sharp and a broad bandwidth thing, so that gives us... it just adds more punch to it and gives it more life. Also, I used a 1176, and I did a 12:1 ratio, and a 5 for the attack, and a 7. And let's take a look, listen to this, what it sounds like. So I'm not killing the drums, I'm just keeping them, going pretty good. Okay, so that's what I did with the drums. So the other drums, same treatment. Let's go to the bass here. So the bass is, for the bass, it's a synth bass, so let me show you what it sounds like without anything on it. Turn this guy off too. So that's without anything. So what I did is I used this is from Pulsar. Oh, well, this is from Pulsar, and it is an EQ. I really like this EQ. So what I did here is I threw up some gain on the 40, around 40 hertz there. Did some gain around 175, and then did some high gain around 7,000 just for some ambience. So this is what it sounds like. So I started off with this fat electric bass and just tweaked it from there. And this is what it sounds like with that on. So it sounds much better. And then here's the real magic. What happens is I put the sausage fattener on, which if you haven't seen the sausage fattener or used it, I suggest just trying it out. It's cheap and it's awesome. So this is what it sounds like with the sausage fattener on. And I'll turn this up a little bit. It'll distort it, but I'll turn it up more. So it does a ton. You can see, was that down there on 6% or so? All right. And then the last thing I do, so I did a parallel compression on everything, and what that basically means is I took all of the tracks except the drums and sent them over to this bus. And this bus is I smashed it. It's a compressor. This is called the Smasher from Pulsar as well, and it basically, if you know anything about the old 1176s, there was a mode where you could push all the buttons at once, and it would give you this really cool sound, circuit sound. The circuit would make a really cool sound. So this is basically that with all the buttons pushed in, but you don't have to push them in. So let me put that on real quick here. Without, and then with. So it adds a ton there. All right, next one, let's go to the organ. So the organ is going to sound, let's do the organ here. So here's what the organ sounds like without anything on it. And I'm just going to keep the parallel on, so I don't have to keep turning it on and off. So here's what the organ sounds like. Not a bad sound, but we could do some more with it. So I put the Pulsar on there and took around, let's see, I took a little bit low out there, increased about 1.8, about 4K, and then just a little bit on the high end here. So let's see what it sounds like that. And then I used another EQ and I took out, let's see here, 770. So let's see why I did that. So I'm going to solo this and let's see if it's nasty. I'll turn this off then. All right, see if this sounds bad. Oh yeah. So I want to take that out. I didn't like that little nastiness there, so put it back down here. And then the last thing I did was I did a compressor and used the Abbey Road compressor here. Put the parallel back on, sorry. So it adds a ton of vibe to it, and the compressor just kind of keeps the organ from going crazy. And last thing I did, well, there's a few more things. Let's do the electric piano here. So this was a 70s electric piano, kind of a Rhodes if you will. And that one, it looks like, I can't tell you what I did to it because it looks like I bounced it down after I did everything to it. So let's just hear it. I can tell you what I did. I did some EQ on it. I compressed it a lot, I can tell. And there's some distortion on there as well to give it that bite. Cool. So you got that total 70 sound there. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks again. Bye.